Hello, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to my usual weekly at home yoga practice. Thank you so much for keeping with me and sticking with me for all these weeks. I don't even know how many weeks we've been doing this together at this point, but it's been a while, and I really appreciate that you're still here. Today, I have a bit of a fast moving class for you guys. I decided to try out like a more vinyasa flow style class today because I kind of incorporated a little bit of that into some previous weeks as well. And I just was felt like doing a bit more of a fast paced thing today. So, of course, if you are new to vinyasa, just take it at your pace. That your inhale and your exhale is what should cue you to move. You don't have to just follow me. Like the whole point is for you to listen to your body. So, basically, just be mindful, pay attention. Don't move too fast in the sense that don't risk hurting yourself. Even if I'm like moving on to the next pose, just try to, feel it out, listen to yourself, and stay mindful. So we're going to start together with like a little bit of a warm up just to kind of soften out the little kinks of the body before we move into our vinyasa. There's going to be two different vinyasa parts today. One that's based around, I guess you could call it like dancing warrior sequences, and you will see why very soon, where we're using the inhale to cue a movement and the exhale to cue a movement. So that's basically the vinyasa style versus the hatha style, which I've been teaching a little bit before, where we kind of hold the poses for a longer time. So we're still going to be holding some poses today. We're not going to just be like moving around like crazy, but just to tell you that this class will be at a faster pace. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I'm going to start on the mat. We're going to start in mountain pose today. So you can start at the top of your mat, like facing in the right direction. I'm going to be facing you guys. So right away, start to like become very mindful and make a decision how you want to put your feet. Like if you feel, a little bit spicy today and want to bring your feet together as we're about to close our eyes, or if you want to keep them under your hips, just make a conscious choice, from your side. So I'm going to start here in mountain pose, nice alignment. So you want to think that you're drawing energy up from the ground through the front body, lifting your spine, stretching it out. And through the back body, you're grounding down into the floor. So we're going to stay here, bring the palms together at your heart. I invite you to close your eyes or find a soft gaze if you're not really comfortable with closing your eyes here. And right away, we're going to start tapping into our breath here. So we're focusing on the breath. And take a moment here to notice, just by doing so, how the breath tends to change. At least I find for myself, as soon as I start really focusing on my breath, it tends to become deeper. It slows down. Now, by deepening the breath, just to be clear, what I mean here is I want you to try to move the inhale from your shoulder chest area and think that you want to breathe from your diaphragm stomach area. So on the inhale, we want to see a nice expanding of the stomach, and on the exhale, it will fall back down again. By moving the breath down into the diaphragm stomach area, it just will naturally deepen because the way we usually breathe in our everyday life is rather shallow. And in yoga, we want to expand the breath so that we have more energy, more prana, healthy oxygen flowing through our body. Take this little quiet moment here to yourself to try to really become one with the present moment. So just forget about or put the things that you've done already today on hold. All the things that you have to do that comes after this lesson, just try to put a little pause button there and just really revel and enjoy this present moment that you've taken for yourself. Also take a moment to set a little intention for this class, a little dedication. Through every yoga practice, we're basically cultivating energy. And I like to take a moment at the beginning of each lesson, not only to set a little intention for myself, such as I want to move with love, I want to listen to my body, but also to dedicate this energy that I'm cultivating to someone out there or something. It can be to the general picture, like just spreading positivity around you. Or like me, you can be thinking of someone special and trying to dedicate your light and love and energy to them. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. On your next exhale, let your forehead drop down towards your fingertips. We take a second here to bow, to acknowledge each other as we're practicing together today. Reconnecting with your intention. Great. Your next inhale, come back to center, release the arms down, open the eyes. Hello, welcome back. We're going to start by just easy, reaching up towards the ceiling on an inhale, stretching up, and on the exhale, to open the elbows wide. Let your arms come down. So this nice and slow. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbows open out wide, shoulders draw back and down. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbows out, shoulders down and back. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, reach up one more time. On the exhale, grab your right wrist and think up and then over as you come into a side body stretch. So right away here, make sure that you're not just trying to copy me, but that you're feeling out in your body. Don't stretch beyond your limits here. And on the next exhale, come back up to center. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, grab the left wrist, think up and then over. Stretching out the side body here. And then exhale, come back up. Let the arms rain down, wiggle the fingertips. It's going to take a few moments here to roll your shoulders out a little bit. Now, the vinyasas I've created for today are mainly focused around a lot of leg work, so that'll come later, but it's still nice to warm up the rest of the body. Reverse your circle if you didn't already. When we activate the legs, we activate all the huge muscles that are around, like, the bum, thigh area. And that's what really creates a lot of heat in the body, which is why a lot of the vinyasa things are based around that. You can inhale, you're going to send your fingertips out. Make sure that you keep your shoulder, not extended, but in socket here. Before you're on your exhale, bring the right arm across your body. You can bend your elbow hair as much as you need. Stretching out the shoulder blade area here. Breathing deep. Exhale to release. Inhale, other side, and exhale. Left arm goes across the body this time. And on the exhale, you can release. We're gonna draw some small circles with the nose. So just to loosen up the neck a little bit here. So of course, as always, be very mindful in your body. If you do have any neck injuries, please do not participate in this, but maybe just find some very simple stretches like we call this the yes and no stretch, this kind of thing. It's just completely up to you. Um, just taking care of your own body and the way it functions. Reverse your circle. Listen to all the noises that the body is offering here. It's always interesting. And you now come back to center. And you're going to exhale, you're going to drop your right ear over your right shoulder. So you've probably done this before with me. So either you stay here, if this is already stretching out your neck enough, or you can bring your right fingertips to your temple here. Last stop is bringing the left arm out. This way you're actually stretching all the way from behind there through the arm and down. So it's whatever feels good to you, basically. And we breathe. Okay, then inhale back to center and exhale the other side. So once again, we can stop here. You can bring your left fingertips to your left temples. Or you can stretch out that right arm to create a full experience from behind your ear down to your fingertips. Even if we're focusing on specific parts in certain poses in yoga, every single pose movement is always a full body experience. So really try to notice all the little details and articulation throughout your full body as we continue our practice. And now come back to center. I'm gonna take a moment here and we're just gonna rub our palms together, starting to create a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy here. Cultivating a little bit before we move into our vinyasa, our flow together. And just take it and start shaking it off a little bit. Again, you're probably in your own home and nobody's watching you, so get into it. If I can do this on YouTube, you can do it in your own home. So yeah, just feel it out if there's any areas that need a bit more care. And then find stillness. Take a moment here to just feel the blood flowing through your veins. Feel the prana, the energy that we just created in this very simple, small movement. No matter where you're at today, it's still good to be alive, right? So I'm going to turn to the front of my mat here. If you were facing your computer, please do the same. This is going to be our starting point today. I also forgot to mention that if you have water at any moment, please take a rest and drink if you need it. There's no problem. Just take a break if you need it to. So just feel it out for yourself. So we're going to start here, mountain pose. Same thing. Make a choice if you want to keep your feet together or under your hips here, and stick with it. So we're here in mountain pose. Palms together at the chest, in front of the heart. And we once again go inwards just for a little while. Finding that nice flow of energy up through the front body and grounding down into the ground through the back body. On your next inhale, without looking down, I want you to shift weight into your right leg here. And you're going to, on the exhale, step that left foot back. And you're going to come into a wide-legged stance. So you're going to turn your toes in here. So now you can obviously look down. Make sure to turn a little bit in, not completely, but just a little bit. This is to protect our knee joints, not to put extra strain on them. You want to lift up from the inside of both feet so that you're activating through the legs. So all the muscles are working here, even if it's kind of like an easy pose. And here we are. So let's start our little flow session together. Inhale, you're going to reach out, take up lots of space. Think that you're a big star or something, a big X, whatever, here. And on the exhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis back and you're going to start bending forward down towards the ground. Now, you don't have to get close to the ground here. That's not the point. The point is for you to have an experience in your body. Inhale, you're going to lift up halfway. So you have a straight back position here, arms pointing down towards the ground. And on the exhale, you're going to lower back down to the ground. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips here. Come to flat back position. And on exhale, use the core to turn on to come all the way back up. You're going to turn your left toes out here. You're going to keep your right toes where they were. And you're going to inhale to reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, you're going to slowly come into warrior two. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. And as I said, we are going to stay in some poses for a couple of breath cycles. And this is going to be one of them. So we're going to stay here for a little while. Just breathing deep. Shoulder blades kissing together behind the back. Here we go. You're going to inhale, straighten through the front leg. Reach up towards the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, you're going to come back into warrior two. Sink low, deep. Inhale, up towards the ceiling here. Stretching through the torso. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. And exhale, warrior two. Last one. Inhale, up. Stretching through the body, strong legs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, send the left fingertips forward, up and back. The reversed warrior here. And on the exhale, you're going to cartwheel down. You're going to come into low lunge. Look forward. Heart opens forward. Inhale, plant your right fingertips down. Left fingertips go up towards the sky. Twist. On the exhale, they go back down towards the ground. Inhale, step the right foot up. Send your fingertips halfway up, together behind your back. On the exhale, inhale to lift up into a flat back position. Go into pyramid pose here. Shoulder blades are kissing together and behind your back. Left hip crease is pulling back here. And on the exhale, you can forward fold. So this is not necessary. If this is too much for you, don't do it. Keep a bend in the front knee. You can also do that. Okay, here comes a bit of a fun part. You're going to inhale. You're going to shift your weight forward into that left leg. And on the exhale, you're going to turn on your core. And you're going to start to lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Standing splits. So once again, the leg doesn't have to come further than parallel with your hips. It's all about keeping a nice lift up from that left leg, even if we have all our weight into it. You can keep a nice little bend in that knee. We stay here for a few breaths. Good. On our next exhale, slowly in control, step the right toes next to the left, and we find ourselves in forward fold. So take a moment here just to stretch out the legs maybe a little bit. It's our first forward fold today, so at least in a normal position. Great. Then you're going to inhale, lift up halfway. So hands drive the tops of the thighs here, straightening through the spine. And exhale, you're going to roll it down. Inhale, you're going to trace the front of your legs as you start to roll all the way up, slowly in control here. Arms reach up and overhead when you get up. And on your exhale, the hands flow back down to the heart. Very good. You should now be at the end of your mat, just like me, towards the back side. And we stay here and just breathe for a few seconds. Great. Let's do the other side. Same thing. You're going to inhale This time you're going to shift your weight into your left leg, and without looking down, you're going to, on your exhale, step those right toes back and come into a wide-legged stance. Once more. Find your footing here, toes pointing a little bit in. Inhale, reach out, take up space here. Hit your lamp just like I did. Think that you're taking up all your space, stretching out the torso. And on the exhale, send your pelvic towards the side of the mat and come all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back position. Stretching through the spine, arms pointing down towards the ground. Lifting up from the inside of the legs. And exhale, roll down towards the ground. Inhale, hands to your hips. Lift up, flat back position, and on the exhale, draw the core in to come all the way up. Good. This time, the right toes go out. Prepare for warrior 2 on the other side. So adjust your stance as needed. Here. And on your next inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, sink low into warrior 2. So we stay here a few breath cycles. Great, now we flow. Inhale, straighten to the front leg, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower down, warrior 2, sink deep. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, warrior 2. Lots of weight into the back leg here. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, shift your weight forward, torso goes forward. Hand up and back. Reverse warrior. You can stay here for a breath cycle. And on your next exhale, cartwheel all the way down to the ground. Come into lunge pose. Inhale, left fingertips go down, right fingertips go up, twist towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, back down to the ground. Inhale, step the left toes up halfway. Send your fingertips behind your back on the exhale. And inhale to draw the right hip crease back, squared hips, as you come up and lift up into a flat back position. On your exhale, you can forward fold if it feels right in your body. You can bend your knee too if it feels too tight. And here we go. Inhale to shift your weight forward into those right toes. And on the exhale, use your core as you lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Standing splits. So once again, keeping a bend in that right knee here. Shoulders away from the ears. You can keep the leg parallel to the ground, toes dial down. Breathing deep. Shaking a little bit like me. On our next exhale, place those left toes back down next to the right toes, forward fold. Take a moment here to walk it out a little bit. Sweet. Then inhale, lift up halfway, flat back position. And exhale, roll back down again. Inhale, roll all the way up this time. Strong legs. Hands join as we stretch up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart. Yay! That was our first little Vinyasa flow for today. So take a second here to really maybe even close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Feeling the energy, possibly the heat that you've cultivated in the body. Breathe deep. You're going to inhale to reach out towards the ceiling. And exhale, the elbows go back. You open up to the chest, shoulders down. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, elbows open up, shoulders go back and down. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open the chest, hands locked down. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbows go out, open the chest, arms down. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, grab your right wrist. Come into a side body stretch towards the left. On your exhale, come back up again. Inhale to reach up, look up. Exhale, other side, left wrist is grabbed. Exhale, come back up again. Inhale to look up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. That's great. Let's flow. So inhale to reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we dive down towards the ground again, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flat back position here. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, step the right toes back. Come into lunge. Look forward, open your chest. On your next inhale, step the right toes up a little bit. And on the exhale, rise up into warrior one. Ooh, and lose your balance like me, apparently. Opening the chest here, making sure that's front knees over front ankle. I'm going to inhale, straighten through the front leg there. Exhale, open up towards the right. Step the right toes out and sink into warrior two. Our next inhale, you're going to bend your left elbow. You're going to bring it to the left knee here. On your exhale, you're going to bring the right fingertips up and out in front of you. This is called side angle pose. So you can be here, or if it's right for your body, you can also have your fingertips down towards the ground. So we stay here, we breathe. Feeling that front knee working, strong legs. We're going to flow again. So inhale, really reach out in front of you. On the exhale, use your core to lift yourself up and come into reverse warrior, other side. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, up, reverse warrior, stretching the other side body. Inhale, side angle pose. Rotating up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And on the exhale, come down to the ground. Low lunge, look forward. Inhale, plant your palms as you step back to plank pose. And on the exhale, shift forward onto your toes. Lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, push up, cobra. Look forward. Exhale, roll back down again. One more time. Inhale, push into the ground. Cobra. Or baby cobra. And exhale, come back down. Inhale, push up, power up, plank pose. Pushing away from the mat. And exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Hallelujah. So this is our resting pose for this vinyasa. Downward dog is considered as a resting pose in yoga. And I know a lot of people are like, what in the actual hell? It's so not a relaxing pose. But just take a moment here to pedal your feet a little bit. If you have problems with your wrist, you can grab onto the sides of your mat. You can come on to fists. I'm going to grab the sides of my mat because my mat is a bit slippery. Please excuse that. Just take a moment here to stretch it out a little bit. Your next inhale, bring your toes together, really together. We're going to stay here just like for one breath cycle in down dog. And inhale, you're going to shift the weight into your left foot here. You're going to rise that right leg up towards the ceiling. It doesn't have to be high. It can be low, level with the hips. And on your exhale, you're going to shift forward into plank pose and bring the knee to your nose. The core is working here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Look forward, plank pose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step the right toes up. Come through lunge, look forward. And on the exhale, step the left toes up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flat back position. And exhale, roll down towards the ground. Inhale, roll up slowly here. Really feel it out, strong legs. Bringing the arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring them back down to the heart. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely can feel the heat. So please take a moment here to just feel it out in your body. Maybe grab a bit of water like I'm doing. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice if and how your breath has changed since the beginning of the practice. Now, something that's really fantastic about yoga is that we learn to control the breath more. We work with the breath not only to bring in fresh new oxygen to make our body work in the most optimal way, optimizing all the internal organs, our brain. It's so healthy on a purely biological level. But it also really works in shifting the energy through the different energy centers in the body, calming our nervous system. So even if the body is working and we can feel the heat, we still want to try to keep this nice, even, slow breath throughout the whole practice during a Vinyasa class like this. So breathing deep. And let's flow. So we're going to inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, you're going to plummet down towards the ground, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back position here. Stretching the spine, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, roll down. Inhale, step your left toes back this time. Look forward, lunge. And on the exhale, you're going to step those left toes up a little bit and prepare for warrior one. Inhale, bend that front leg and rise up strong into warrior one. Both legs are activated here. Opening chest, shoulders away from the ears. Adjust your stance as needed. You're going to inhale, straighten through the front leg. You're going to open up towards the left. You're going to adjust that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. And on your exhale, you're going to sink into warrior two. Warrior two. So we're here, we breathe. On the next inhale, you're going to bring your right elbow to your right knee. And exhale, you're going to think that you're smoothing out a surface here as you stretch out and bring your arm up and overhead. So you want to keep the shoulder away from the ear here. You don't want to like kind of collapse like that. You want to keep a nice integrity at all times. Strong legs. And we're going to flow. So inhale, really stretch it out here. On the exhale, activate the core. You're going to send it back to reversed warrior. Inhale, side angle pose. Other side. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle pose. Stretching those side bodies. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle pose once more. And exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale to come back up to warrior two. And exhale, down towards the ground into lunge pose. Look forward. And on your exhale, you can plant your palms and step back to plank pose. Inhale to shift your weight forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, push up into cobra. Look forward. Exhale, down towards the ground. Inhale, up, cobra. Look forward. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, push back up into plank pose. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. Oh yes. So once again, take your moment here in a resting pose and pedal it out. Stretch through that back body, stretch through the legs. Grab onto the sides of your mat if your mat is slippery like mine, or if you have wrist issues. Find any movement here that feels nice to you. In your next inhale, bring your big toes together. Find stillness, just be in the pose. And then inhale, send the left toes up this time towards the ceiling. So once again, you don't have to bring your toes all the way up. You can keep them low, level with the hips. And on the exhale, you're going to shift forward. You're in plank pose, knee to nose. Inhale, leg goes up again, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, leg goes up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, plank pose, and step the left toes up. Look forward, low lunge. On your exhale, you're going to step your right toes up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway here. Flat back position, straightening the spine. On exhale, roll it down. Inhale, you're going to roll up really slow here. Strong legs pushing into the ground. Arms follow. And exhale, you're going to pull it right back down to the ground again, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flat back position. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, plant your palms. Tip your left toes back. Step your right toes back. Plank pose. And on your exhale, you're going to lower your knees down. You're going to slowly sit back on your heels and come into child's pose. So if child's pose isn't like your fantastic resting pose, you can also just come to like a seated pose, like a cross-legged position. You can even sit on a pillow, anything. Just find a moment where you can sit or stay and be comfortable. So drag your arms all the way back to place next to your heels here. And on your next exhale, just let everything go. Shoulders dropping down towards the ground. And I'll take a moment here to just breathe. Feel the heat that we've created in the body. Just listen to the sound of your own breath. Let the breath move you. That's very good. Just take a moment here to calm yourself down. Let all the muscles of the body just relax. Just feeling your stomach push into your thighs as you breathe in. Feeling the back body expand as you breathe in. And feel everything relaxing into the ground, into the floor as you exhale. The inhale, you're going to slowly start to reach your fingertips back up towards the front end of your mat, lifting your head up, looking forward. And on the exhale, you're going to push yourself back up to all fours. Now, we're going to do a little mini flow here. It's going to be much more loving than the previous ones. So you're just going to inhale to open your chest forward, maybe even lifting the legs, coming into upward facing dog or cobra, as you prefer. And on the exhale, you're going to send your hips back, knees down, come into child's pose. So inhale to send your heart forward, opening the heart, maybe lifting the legs, upward facing dog. And on the exhale, legs go back down again, hips back, child's pose. Inhale, opening the heart, looking forward, stretching forward. Exhale, knees go down, look forward, child's pose. One last time. Inhale, look forward, lift the legs, open the chest. And exhale, knees go down, child's pose. Very good. Inhale, push back up onto all fours. And right away, you're going to inhale once more, and you're going to drop your belly down, and we're going to do cat-cow. And on the exhale, rounding to the spine, pulling the core up towards the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, look forward, open the chest. Exhale, rounding to the spine. Navel draws into the spine. Inhale, look forward, opening chest. Exhale, rounding to the spine. Inhale, look forward, dropping the belly down. Cow pose. Exhale, navel goes up towards the spine, cat pose. Inhale, come to neutral spine, tabletop. Pushing away from the ground, making sure that your elbows are over your wrists, shoulders of your wrists, hips over your knees. You're going to bring your left fingertips to the center line, and you're going to inhale, drag your right fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling, rotating your chest up towards the ceiling, and on the exhale, you're going to bend that elbow and thread it in and under the left arm, coming onto your right ear here. Threading the needle. So you can stay here with your left fingertips right next to your face. You can stretch your left arm out. Feels right to you. Stretching out the shoulder here. You can bring it up towards the ceiling. Or the last one, you can bring it to the front of your right hip crease to include this bind in the pose. And breathe deep. On your inhale, you can drag your fingertips close to your face again if you didn't already. On the exhale, push back up to all fours. We're going to switch. You're going to bring your right fingertips to the center line. And inhale, drag your left fingertips across your torso and up towards the ceiling, spiraling your heart up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, bend through the elbow, sending it out under that right arm and coming onto your left ear, your left shoulder, threading the needle on the other side. So once again, you can keep your palm next to your face. You can send the right fingertips out towards the top of your mat. Inhale to send them up towards the ceiling. Or last but not least, you can add this bind You're bringing it to the left hip crease. All while breathing deep. You can inhale to drag your palm back towards your face. And on the exhale, use the hand on your core to push yourself up to all fours. You're going to swing your legs to one side. Come on to your beautiful bum and send your legs out in front of you. So I'm once again going to turn on the mat so I don't disappear behind my shelves here. Behind my dresser. You're going to send your legs out long here and you're going to find Dandasana, staff pose. So we're keeping the spine straight here, lifting up from the ground, just as before. You can use your fingertips or your palms on the ground, depending on how long your arms are here. Opening the chest. And inhale, you're going to reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, you think up and then over as you fold forward. So here you can bend your knees as generously as you want. No rules here. The only thing you want is to give our lower back a little break here. So whatever feels right to you. If you can reach your feet, you can give your feet a little massage here. Like it seems kind of weird, but trust me, it's actually kind of nice. Maybe finding a bit of movement if it feels good to you. A little sway. And breathing deep. Inhale to look forward, try to straighten the spine even more here. And exhale, navel draws in towards the spine as we try to lift up from the core all the way up to seated position. Very good. You're going to center yourself on the mat so that you can lay down without running into your bed like I would do. You're going to bring your arms out in front of you, find the steeple grip. And you guessed it, we're going to roll down very slowly in control. Core is going to activate probably around here. You can feel the abdominal wall turn on as we lower ourselves down with control. Very slowly. Maybe feel a bit of a shake too. And coming all the way down to the ground. If you have the luxury, take a moment here to stretch out, really stretch out on the ground. Pick up space. On an exhale, I'm asking you to contract your core and bring both your knees up towards your chests. You have to give yourself a big hug here. Just cradling the knees. I love to rock back and forth in this pose. If that's not good for you, don't do it. I just really like to add a little bit of movements. I'm massaging my back here. You can also, if you want a bit more core work, you can also draw circles with the knees, feeling the abdominal wall turn on here. So it's also very nice. If you're doing that, make sure to reverse your circle at some point. Great. You're going to inhale, send your left toes up towards the ceiling. You're going to flex your foot. As on your exhale, you're going to lower it down towards the ground. Again, feeling that core work right before your leg lands. Take a moment here to maybe draw a few circles with your right ankle. We're almost like in the preparation for tree pose here. It could almost be the same movement, except for that we're laying down, so like a reclined version. We open up to the hip here, drawing the right knee up to the right shoulder. And on your next exhale, you're going to draw this right knee over towards left, opening up towards the right, if you have the space. Coming into a supine twist. So in a supine twist, we want to very mindfully manipulate the spine because it's very, very healthy for the immune system to do so. It inspires nice production of the spinal fluid. So it's very, very healthy for the immune system. You want to keep your shoulders on the ground here. You don't want to like just twist over and your shoulders are now flying. You want to keep your whole body relaxed and nice onto the mat. Doesn't matter if this knee comes down to the ground or not. Breathe. On your next exhale, come back to center. Bring your left knee up once more. Give yourself another hug here. If you want a little bit more, you can also inhale to lift your head up and bring it up towards your knees. Create a like little ball shape here. And on your exhale, if you were up, release it back down. Inhale to send your right toes up towards the same side, flexing through the foot hair. And on the exhale, let it drop down towards the ground. Core turns on. There we go. Draw circles with the left ankle here. Treating all the joints with utmost care. Maybe opening through this left hip as well. Drawing it up towards your left shoulder. Really noticing the articulations, hip joints. There's so much emotional baggage that's kind of like caught in this energy center on the hips. So as I'm always saying, when working with the hips, there can come a lot of emotions, and that's completely normal. If this kind of stuff is complete mumbo jumbo to you, it's just nice to be flexible. So either way, whatever resonates with you. On your next exhale, bring your left knee across your body and open up towards the left this time. Shoulders stay on the ground. And breathe deep. Our next exhale, bring that left knee in again. And the right knee can come up to meet it. I'm going to give you guys a few options here. So for those of you who feel ready for it, we're going to try a plow pose. So once again, if you have any neck injuries, please do not attempt this pose. You can just stay here. You can either you stay here, or you can bring your feet up towards the ceiling and you can engage in a happy baby pose, really giving your lower lumbar spine here a bit of a break, opening up towards the ceiling. Or you can join me, and basically you're going to lift. So you want to use your core here. You want to use your core. You're going to turn on. You're going to bring your arms down along your sides here. You're going to turn on your core, and you're going to get a bit of momentum, and you're going to lift your hips up towards your face, pushing your arms into the ground. And you're going to bring your toes, ideally, not under the bed like I'm doing, but ideally behind you. So basically you're not really putting weight into the neck here. You're putting weight into your shoulders and pressing away with the arms, straightening through the legs. If this is too much, you can also have something behind you that you just bring your toes onto. So just like stretching out here. Once again, feeling what feels good to you. Still breathing deep. Pushing into the ground. And on your next exhale, you're going to bring your toes back down in a controlled manner. If you're in happy baby, you can bring your toes down to the ground as well. You're going to bring them as wide as your yoga mat, and you're going to let your knees fall in towards each other. I invite you to place your hands on your stomach here, kind of like around your navel. And just take a moment here and just feel how nice it feels that the ground is there supporting you, and just all this positive energy that we've cultivated and the heat and everything. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but my body feels very peaceful at the moment. I truly hope that you guys can feel a bit the same. So as you're breathing here, I invite you to take a moment and just like windshield wiper the legs. So you can bring your fingertips down to the ground for this one to find a bit more support. So the joys with the at-home practice is that nobody obviously is watching you because you're not in a class with like many others. But in my case, at least, I'm a little bit inhibited, like prohibited by space. But we just have to do the best of what we have, right? So if you have to do a plow pose under your bed, that's fine. It's all about taking this moment, these minutes, just for yourself, just to try to reconnect the body, the mind, the physical body, and the energetic body. So just moving back and forth here, giving your bum a little massage, as well as like, again, massaging a bit through the hips here. You can even turn on the core as you're moving back to center each time if you want to work a bit more with that. And slowly but surely, you're going to start to move your toes towards the end of your mat. So still keeping this motion back and forth, just slowly moving towards Shavasana or corpse pose, our final pose today together. So take your time. Whenever you make it down to corpse pose, I invite you to inhale and lift your torso up and bring your shoulder blades under you. This felt a little bit weird to me in the beginning, but it's basically to keep the chest nice and open through this pose. Your arms are down by your sides. Your legs can be as wide as your yoga mat. And once again, take a moment here to reconnect with your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Reconnecting with whoever or whatever you wanted to send your energy to when you started this practice. Still breathing deep, feeling how your belly expands on the inhale. Feeling how it falls back towards your spine on the exhale. I kind of like to use the image of a wave with the breath. You know, it's something that rises and falls. And this rise and fall is something we can trace in the body when we use this diaphragmatic belly breath, yogic breathing, as we call it. Relaxing fully into the ground here. Letting your floor support you. Repeating your intention to yourself. Repeating the dedication you give to others. Always staying in the present moment. Just for these last minutes that we have today. Breathing deep here. Truly noticing how your body is feeling. Notice the energy change. Or if nothing else, just feel that post-workout bliss, the wave of endorphins that are being released. Start to slowly wiggle your fingertips here. Move hands a little bit. And on your inhale, start to lift your hands up. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Take a little moment here to give thanks for your practice. Give thanks for the fact that you had this time, that you could take this time just to be with yourself, to treat your body, and be grateful for your body. With all its imperfections, it's perfect. And it allows you to live in this place. It allows you to learn. It allows you to experience. And last but not least, take a little moment to just show a bit of gratitude for all the people in your life. As I've said before, this journey we have in our lifetime is nothing without the people we share it with. And I find that connecting to a bit of gratitude for them every single day just lets me appreciate all the moments I share with these people that much more. On your next inhale, bring your fingertips up towards this energy center between your brows, the third eye, the crown chakra. Take a deep breath in with me. And a long breath out through the mouth. Once more. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Let your hands slip back down to your heart. For every one of you that joined me today, I send you so much gratitude. Practicing with you guys every week brings me so much light. And I only hope that it also brings you guys the same amount of light. To everyone out there practicing at this moment, to all of you guys who so kindly joins me here, it's my humble at-home practice. I see you, and I humbly whisper to all of you, Namaste. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana, corpse pose, as long as you want. If, like me, you are forced to move, because you need to turn off your YouTube live stream, you can join me in slowly, very slowly moving into a fetal position. Whatever side feels good to you. Once more. A few seconds here to just recenter yourself, like reconnect, wake up a little bit. And on your next exhale, use both your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. And for like the third time, I think I'm saying it, welcome back. So that was my little vinyasa flow for you guys today. The reason why I wanted to also practice a bit of vinyasa with you guys is because I noticed that after I had practiced hatha yoga for a while and I had kind of gotten the understanding for how the poses work in my body, and with my like physical limitations and my range and everything in my joints, vinyasa, the fact that it cultivates so much energy and heat, it just gives this very specific release. Well, I guess the release is pretty much endorphins that are being flushed in the brain. So I always feel very light. I always feel very re-energized, but at the same time very peaceful after these practices. I was hoping that I would be able to share that with you guys today. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this practice. I hope it could bring some of you guys something positive as well. Please take care of yourself as always. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. It was really, really nice. And I hope to see some of you guys again next week. So take care, have a good week, and see you soon.